Honor killings in Pakistan are known locally as karo kari. Pakistan has the highest number of documented and estimated honor killings per capita of any country in the world. About 1/5 of the world's honor killings are committed in Pakistan. An honor killing is the homicide of a member of a family or social group by other members, due to the belief the victim has brought dishonor upon the family or community. The death of the victim is viewed as a way to restore the reputation and honor of the family. It is likely that honor killing has been a practice in Pakistan for thousands of years. And, despite recent legal reforms, it remains a common practice in Pakistan today. Both international and Pakistani activists and activist groups are pushing for an end to the practice, although some say that change will not truly happen unless the general public chooses to condemn the practice. Honor killing is an act of murder, in which a person is killed for his or her actual or perceived immoral behavior. Such immoral behavior may take the form of alleged marital infidelity, refusal to submit to an arranged marriage, demanding a divorce, perceived flirtatious behavior and being raped. 44 Suspicion and accusations alone are many times enough to defile a family's honor and therefore enough to warrant the killing of the woman. In patriarchal cultures, women's lives are structured through a strict maintenance of an honor code. In order to preserve women's chastity, women must abide by socially restrictive cultural practices pertaining to women's status and family izzat, or honor, such as the practice of purdah, the segregation of sexes. 41 Honor killings are frequently more complex than the stated excuses of the perpetrators. More often than not, the murder relates to inheritance problems, feud settling, or to get rid of the wife. For instance, in order to remarry, human rights agencies in Pakistan have repeatedly emphasized that victims were often women wanting to marry of their own will. In such cases, the victims held properties that the male members of their families did not wish to lose if the woman chose to marry outside the family. A 1999 Amnesty International report drew specific attention to the failure of the authorities to prevent these killings by investigating and punishing the perpetrators. According to women's rights advocates, the concepts of women as property and honor are so deeply entrenched in the social, political and economic fabric of Pakistan that the government, for the most part, ignores the daily occurrences of women being killed and maimed by their families. The fact that much of Pakistan's tribal areas are semi-autonomous and governed by often fundamentalist leaders makes federal enforcement difficult when attempted. Both Appiah and Jaffrey explain the historical significance of karo kari within Pakistan. Karo can be directly translated as black man, and kari as black woman, and refers to sexual intercourse outside the bonds of marriage. The term karo kari is commonly used as a synonym to honor killing, especially in the Sindh region of Pakistan. Originally, karo and kari were metaphoric terms for adulterer and adulteress, but it has come to be used with regards to multiple forms of perceived immoral behavior. Once a woman is labeled as a kari, family members consider themselves to be authorized to kill her and the co-accused karo in order to restore family honor. In the majority of cases, the victim of the attacks is female, with her attackers being male members of her family or community. Pakistan is a collective, patriarchal society, and therefore social boundaries and community regard are based on honor. In this situation, honor is based on the behavior of kin or members of a certain group. A Pakistani folk saying describes well the cultural importance of honor. दौलत खोने पर कुछ नहीं खोता, सेहत खोने पर कुछ खो जाता है, गैरत खोने पर सब कुछ खो जाता है. In Pakistan, honor is focused more on the perception of the community versus actual evidence. Honor is important for both women and men to uphold. Women protect honor by modesty and men by masculinity. The cultural perspective behind honor is that if a woman does something that the community perceives as immodest, then the men in her family must uphold their masculinity and regain their family honor by killing the woman. If this action isn't completed, the shame and dishonor can extend beyond the immediate family to the entire lineage, or even to the entire community. There are multiple other cultural characteristics that contribute to honor, including a strong disdain for death. Due to this, the perpetrator of an honor killing is highly regarded in the community because of their courage, and because what they had to endure through with killing another was worse than death itself. As in other countries, the exact number of honor killings is not known. The Human Rights Commission